Hello and good evening everyone, and welcome to Hitbullseye. The topic that I will be discussing with you in this verbal session is going to be verbal reasoning. So you must be thinking that we have done analytical reasoning, the reasoning based on diagrams, Venn diagrams, tables, charts, or you can say on number series and blood relation. But what is this verbal reasoning? So this is what I am going to decode today for you. I'll explain you what verbal reasoning is and what all exams give you questions on verbal reasoning and how you can solve these questions in a very easy way. If I talk about it personally and the views that I have got from students, this is one of the areas of verbal section that is really interesting and engaging. So it probes you, it makes you think, it makes you analyze the situation. So basically the examiner, they want to test your aptitude, their understanding or your reasoning on the basis of given statements. So let us see what verbal reasoning is and let us see some tips and tricks to master this particular area. So to start with, first of all, what is verbal reasoning? The common question that would come to our mind. So it is reasoning based on the statements. You won't be given any numbers or any diagrams. In this, the only thing that will be given to you is a statement that will consist of certain facts. Simple assertions, that's it. Now, on the basis of that statement, if there is some reasoning added to it, it will become an argument and it will lead you to one conclusion. You will get to know why are we doing all this and why reasoning has to be added to a statement, how would it become an argument and how would it lead to a conclusion. But no worries, I will explain it to you in a very detailed manner. So all you need to know first of all is verbal reasoning or critical reasoning for that matter in English section is completely based on statements. It tests one's logic and reasoning skills. All these competitive exams, especially your entrance exam for B schools, the MBA entrance exams, they want to test your aptitude. You must have seen that the kind of topics you get, be it DI, be it quant, be it verbal section, they just want to test your logical understanding and your aptitude. The same goes for this section also. So it is a test to find out how well a candidate can assess the verbal logic from something that is given to you in a written form, in statements. So reasoning tests have to be answered at a high speed. The reason behind this is if you take a lot of time and you reread it again and again, it would confuse you. So that is the reason you have to answer these questions at a high speed with complete alertness. Mental alertness, keenness, quick thinking and keen observation are most essential for tackling reasoning questions. So you can say that I am going to discuss different question types that come under verbal reasoning. In today's live session, I will try to cover up some of the topics. The rest of the topics, I will cover it up in part 2 of the verbal reasoning, probably in the next week. So we'll take it slow. Let's first of all understand what are the components of verbal reasoning. I have done lives on this topic before this. If you want, you may find it in the list itself. Just simply type Hitbullseye verbal reasoning and you will find my rest of the videos. Therein I have discussed some easy questions. It's a continuation of that and it's been long. Let's quickly revise all the components. Let's take a fresh start of this topic. Right. So now what you must be thinking, what are the components? What kind of components is ma'am talking about? So look at this now. So as already given, the thing that will be given to us will be a statement. We can say that this is the premise side. Premise is something that is given prior to something else. So this is the thing that will be given to us in the question paper. It will be a statement. A statement consists of two things. First is given facts. Given or stated facts. The other thing is unstated facts. So statement consists of given facts and unstated facts. The given fact is the statement itself. And when I say fact, I am not referring to universal facts or universal truths. Any simple sentence, as in, the boy is standing over there, get me one chair. Anything that I say, anything that I utter when I'm not making a judgment, it's a simple fact. So each and every statement consists of some fact. It can be one, it can be more than one. It can be a combination of statements. Now, the unstated fact, or the right word if I may use, is the assumption. Assumptions or the unstated facts are the ideas or the notion or the fact that the author or the issuer of the statement must have taken for granted after that he issued this statement. So whenever you are talking to your friend or anyone else, when you are making some statement, there obviously are certain ideas in your mind that you have let's say preconceived, or you've thought that it's assumed. You take some things for granted and then you go on to utter a statement or issue a statement. Same goes for this also. So assumption is something that is assumed by the speaker or the writer of the statement. Assumptions will not be given to you by the examiner. Quite obvious, because these are the things that are assumed by the author. Right? I hope this much is clear. Now, if I add reasoning to this simple statement, it will become an argument. Now, when we say or when I ask people what is argument, the first answer would be it's basically a kind of debate. You counter argue the other person. It's kind of negative, but that's not true. Argument is neither negative nor positive. Argument is a combination of statement with some reasoning that makes it strong enough and leads us to one definite conclusion. Otherwise, why would the author or the speaker or the writer give you an argument? Any person, if he presents an argument, the reason behind it is he wants to convince us for something. And the thing that he wants to convince us for is known as a conclusion. Now, apart from conclusion, there is something else that you must know. One more component, which is inference or hidden conclusion. Let me give you an example. If I tell you a story, I narrate you a story, I show you some events, and then I ask you, okay students, what did you deduce from it? What did you infer from it? That will be a kind of conclusion that is your own, that you have logically drawn from the given context. That is known as inference. So inference is quite close to conclusion. It's just that inference is never given to us by the examiner. It's our understanding of the given context on the basis of which we draw certain conclusions on the basis of, again, given fact. So inference and assumption, though they are hidden or unstated, we have to find them out, but they will never be explicitly given to us. And also, they will always be derived from the given fact. You cannot simply bring in any external information and say that inferences are anyways hidden or unstated. Why is this not the right answer? Because that particular option may not have been derived from the given fact. Always rely on the given facts or the statements that have been provided to you. I hope this much is clear. Yes, Pranav, hello. So Pranav and everyone else who's attending the live, if there is any doubt about this thing, just drop in your doubts, and any questions, drop it in the chat box. I would really appreciate that. And we will very soon be coming up with some questions. Let's see who all gives answers to those questions. I hope this much is clear. Let us count the components that we have learned today. So the first component, I may say, the first is statement. Second is argument. Third is facts, given facts. Fourth is the assumption or the unstated facts. Fifth is conclusion. And sixth is inference. Now you must be thinking that why are we, doing this thing? Why are we understanding this thing? Because all the questions, be it in critical